So, Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed and again. So it was packed to be released on November 19, a week after the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, and it was going to compete with Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. So it was delayed to December 10th. And in this video, before I start, I want to get something out of myself, If you're one of those persons who are really not happy or are really dissatisfied, sorry about that, I'm mistaken. And you're not happy because the game was really delayed, let me just tell you something. Don't go out and threaten the developers. They're human just like us. They're dealing with enough on their plate with a game that has taken so much from them, trying to make it the best and most possible to release the game early. Yes, I know, scheduled for April, then to September, and then to November, and now to December. I understand, I really do. But you don't go out there and threaten people and developers who already have anxiety, who already have enough on their plate. They're just human just like us, okay? They're just human just like us. So let's get out to the video. The thing I really want to talk about is Cyberpunk 2077 hype and what went wrong on that why it was delayed. So the game was delayed because it has been confirmed current gen consoles. If you don't know which current gen console, by the way, we're still not on the next gen. We're still in PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So yes, the game was delayed because they were trying to optimize it for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Those two consoles are really old. They came out in 2013, and it has been a couple of years since they came out. Remember, Cyberpunk 2077 is a beefy game, and you will notice the difference between PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and the current gen. That is why it was delayed, and because they have 9 systems they need to optimize and work on the game. So from Xbox, you got Xbox One, the base module, you got the Series Xbox One X and Xbox One S, you got the base PS4, the PS4 Pro, you got the PS5, you got the Xbox Series X, Series S, Stadia, and PC. Just think about that. That's a lot of work they need to work on, and you're just sending death threats. It's not working, okay? So in my opinion, I always thought that Cyberpunk 2077 should have been a next-gen game. I know they want to recoup the cost, and this game really, from my opinion, cost to 120 mil to 200 million dollars. I was gonna hit 200 bucks. That's that's the new title, but yeah. Cyberpunk 27, I think that was the budget. I remember that The Witcher was from 62 million to 80 million in budget with marketing and development. That is the budget from Witcher. So this one must be much bigger. So imagine yourself being a developer and having a more greedy and beefy project that has a lot of money into it, and you're just getting death threats. It's not funny. But I want you to understand that everybody is a people, and everybody needs to have some patience, okay? The game will release, okay? The other thing I really want to talk about is how this current gen may be affecting the final product, and you will notice the difference. Like I said, you will notice the difference because let's say in PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, you're gonna run at 30 frames per second, natively 1080p, and when you have the Pro and the Series X, you may be running into 4K. That it's here. In PC, it depends on which card you got. You got the 390, the 380, the 370. Maybe you're running into 60 frames per second. Maybe on the 370, 60 frames per second, you can get up to 4K or 1440p. It's a no-brainer because Cyberpunk 2077 looks gorgeous. If you've seen it, like I've seen it, it looks gorgeous, and you just want to play it. But the current gen module, I don't think people were just gonna play that. I think people are just gonna buy a PlayStation 5 and play the game. The other thing I really want to talk about, it's possible, I'm gonna go here 50-50, maybe delay again. Yeah, so you must be thinking like, are you serious, Raiden? Like, again, delay again from April to September to November, now to December. That will be 5 times that it has been delayed. And yes, I'm gonna get into the hype right now. I'm gonna get into the hype, but I understand that because when they were trying to talk about it, the developer said that it's firm, but it's non-comfortable. It's uncomfortable that it's the right delay. In my opinion, maybe they should just. I don't think they should just, discard the old gen. I know they want to really do what's best possible and have the best version on it, but this brings me back to Dying Light. If you remember Dying Light, it was the open world parkour from Techland, and from opinion is one of the best zombie games I have played. But Techland has a similar approach to Cyberpunk 2077 because their game was supposed to launch on PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and the PS3. They just canceled the old gen models and just released it on the current gen that we're right now. And the game was awesome. It was kind of perfect. There's flaws, but it was good, and it really was up to date. The thing that really matters the most is how the game works for the gamers like us. And yes, I know, I wish I could have it on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox Series X and just play with it. But remember, the game costs a lot, and they want to recoup it. It's a business-wise. So maybe you can release in 9 different systems, and everybody can get it to play. Remember, there's 113 million PlayStation out there and 60 million Xbox Ones. That's a lot. They already have a established fan base and established consoles that they can get. And remember, there's not gonna be a lot of PS5 and Xbox Ones on day 1 to March. So think about that when you launch a game. I understand that. And I want to get to another thing, that it's the hype. How it's hype working, how hype can affect a game, and how the delays lower the hype. In my opinion, I'm mad, kind of disappointed sometimes, but I feel still hyped because I've been waiting for this game since it was announced, because CD Projekt Red has done an amazing job with their games. You can say The Witcher, I know, is the only franchise they have worked on, but The Witcher has so much meaning. You can say how developers develop their games and make their love with just a single game. And I'm a big fan of The Witcher, very big fan, but at the same time I really want to know why Cyberpunk can be the exact same thing as The Witcher. Can be amazing, at the same time it can grant what we are expecting. And I know many people are really expecting that delays means that the game it's not ready, some problems, and it's gonna lower the hype from many people, just like Kingdom Hearts and just like Final Fantasy 17 Remake from some people. And yes, delay can really go on to lowering the hype. Many people are just, I don't want to know about the game. Maybe the game can be good, maybe you get a 9, 10s, 90s on Metacritic and that's it, but it's not for me. Like it already just delay too much, and I am not interested on the game. I got a friend that said the exact same thing, like, yo, it's already too much delays, and it's the exact same thing as Kingdom Hearts. I waited too long for this game, and I got things to do, and I got games to play, and I just gotta get it on sale like 40 or 25 bucks. Yes, that can happen. That can happen, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. They have been waiting for the game for the past couple of 8 years to 6 years. And I understand that. I really understand it. We as a gamer, we got a lot of games each year, and all year we got that exact same game we were waiting for, like Uncharted, like Witcher, like Dragon Age, Fallout. All those games we always has been waiting for a couple of years, couple of times, like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. And is it a disappointment or it's just good? I'm looking at you, Final Fantasy 15. It was not bad. It was good. I like it, but it was not up to the top. But guys, that is it for the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you give it a like, thumbs up, and please, like I said on the person of my video, don't send devsters to devs. They're human just like us. They do things just like us, and let's just have some fun. Peace out.